Yeah, I'm waiting for the day where I get that VO job where I'm like,
oh, you fool.
You could do, bro. You could do that.
yeah, I think it'd be funny.
And you did voice work before too, so you can just.
Yeah,
You could get an
waiting
anime
for that.
audition.
Dude, I'm
Easy.
trying. I want one so bad.
I'm telling you.
It just pays so bad, so every agent is like,
That's
we're
true.
not gonna send you out on this. I'm like, I don't care.
Just make me do it.
I just want to do it.
What's your best anime voice? I just want to do it. I can't do it.
Doka shiteru mitai.
Oh shit.
Oh, you didn't say you could speak Japanese.
I know like a couple things in Japanese. That just means I think there's something wrong with me. Which I think is a funny thing to say.
Majide.
Doka shiteru mitai. It's from
I hope you're like rolling.
I just know.
Okay.
Oh, we're rolling right now.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Oh, this is going.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
roll.
Okay. Here we go, guys. This is
all
fine.
right, and welcome.
to Get Wrecked with Straw Hat Goofy. Anyway, hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Juju, aka Straw Hat Goofy on Get Wrecked with Straw Hat Goofy. This is a different show for you. You can see that the ambiance is different. We have a table now, so that means we got a bigger budget. But we are also able to afford 2 new people. We have Jacob Betrand, man. You may know him from a number of things, like, I don't know, Kai Cobra. Did I say it right?
The Kai Cobra show.
It's a Kai Cobra show. Not on Netflix. It's on Tubi. No, from Cobra Kai. You know him as Hawk, a.k.a. Eli. And also Kim Horcher. You may have seen her on IGN, as well as like your TikToks or your YouTubes.
Not
or
TikToks.
No, you don't do TikToks at all?
No.
No?
I'm not like you.
Oh,
gotta
wait.
get on that.
You were talking shit to me on Instagram, is what happened.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you was.
About what?
Yes, I will pull up the clip. I will literally pull up. You were like,
We were
my
fi-
friend Juju said this thing, and we were.
I didn't say my friend Juju. I said my
so we're
friend.
not friends.
I kept
Oh, okay.
you anonymous until you outed yourself.
Damn,
So-
you
so-
just outed yourself?
So you
Oh,
were sneak dissing.
dang.
So you were sneak dissing is what you were doing.
Not at all. I sent it right to you. I told you.
This is bad. This is we were in the DMs and we were like talking. Oh well, I was just on my Kendrick stuff. Like I was like, ooh, she talking about me. I know what this conversation
No,
is
I
from.
don't. I don't need the Kendrick treatment.
The Kendrick treatment. Are you guys all caught up on the Kendrick Drake stuff?
Oh, yeah.
By chance?
Yeah.
Drake Lost is what
Oh.
I feel like the only update is
Yes.
at all.
Yeah.
I feel like every time we think there's like a new coffin, a nail in the coffin, like another nail gets like hammered
Yeah.
home. Like I was at the Kids' Choice Awards 2 days ago. They were playing it at the Kids' Choice Awards.
Really?
The kids were singing.
Oh my God, even the youth.
The youth.
Even the youth knows.
Drake lost the youth at the Kids' Choice
Damn.
Awards. And the most messed up part about it was Drake was actually nominated for one of the categories too for Best Male Artist.
He didn't win.
And then he didn't win. But it's
Oh, whoa.
it was crazy to see a bunch of like children 12 and under just chanting, "They not like us.
Oh
They not
my
like us.
God.
They not like us."
cooked.
I was like, "Okay, Nickelodeon, you got some respect today."
Can't lose the youth.
It's too late. He already got it. And then the one line that kept popping in my mind was, "Say Drake, or he you like him young."
Oh, my God.
So yeah, that was my.
Did you get to go to Pop Out or no?
Listen. Apparently, I was invited to Pop Out.
What? You
Apparently,
missed
I
the
was
email?
Yeah, I missed. I didn't miss it. So this is for Paul. Paul.
Damn.
CC me on these emails, bro. Because when the Pop Out invites were going out, I believe I was in Annecy, France. And I was doing like the animated film festival and everything. And when I came back, the Pop Out was happening like I think like that day or the day after. And so mind you, Compton native, LA born and raised.
Dude,
I'm over
yeah.
here like I'm seeing my friends there. I'm just like, yo, where am I supposed to be? And so hanging with my boy Paul, my publicist, and I go, hey man, just tell me, please, just tell me I wasn't invited. That's the only thing that would make sense. Tell me I wasn't invited. Just make me feel better. He says, oh no, you were invited. He's British, by the way. Oh no, you were invited. I was like, what the hell? He was like, oh, you were out of town, and like, I just didn't know if you.
Like, I landed that day. I could have gone straight there.
I literally would have cut the trip short.
Damn.
To like be at the Pop Out. I would have popped out to the Pop Out. Like real talk.
I had a couple friends that went, and I was out of town, so I didn't get to, I wanted to go so bad because I just would have been sick. But someone in their group got off work, was like trying to get off work and make it there.
Yeah.
And they got caught in the worst traffic. And then I guess this happened to a couple people, and they just got there as soon as Kendrick ended.
Oh.
Like as everyone's walking out, they're like, "Wait, it's not over, right?" Yeah, sucks.
Oh, that's gotta be
That'd be a
horrible.
bummer.
Oh my god. But listen, Kendrick, you did that thing with the Pop Out, man. I mean, the whole like Kendrick Drake thing, because let's not beat around the bush with it. Drake came out with maybe 2 good songs during that whole thing. He did. Like
Yeah.
I liked Push Ups was good. And what was it?
I was
Family
I
Matters?
was impressed.
Family Matters goes hard.
was cool.
But, you know, when someone comes out 30 minutes later with one of the...
Dude,
with,
the fact that like each one was like an hour later, 30 minutes later, it's like
It's called pre-production, and that's why you do it.
It's called
we've
having
never
a
been
mole.
we've never been so spoiled, man.
Can I tell y'all something? Like, I was on a plane to New Zealand, right? I get on the plane in LA.
Dude, Mission Worldwide, France,
Family,
New Zealand.
You know,
the
I'm
heck?
trying, man. I never been on a plane until like 3 years ago. Got on my
And now
first
you're
plane.
on all the planes.
Now I'm on all the planes everywhere. It's insane.
That's crazy.
But this is like probably like one of my longest trips ever because it's like LA to like
Yeah,
New
yeah.
Zealand, right? I think that's like a 16,
20-some hour?
20,
Okay.
almost 20 hour flights when you add in like the delays and whatever. So like I get on in LA, Family Matters drops. And I'm like, oh, Drake coming with it, right? As I'm sitting on the plane ready for them to like take off, Meet the Grams drops. And I'm like, yo, like that was expeditious, like, and it's scathing, right? I even made like a reaction video and everything on the plane before we took off. So I land in Sydney, Australia, and then Not Like Us dropped right after that. And I was just like, what's happening right now? So before I could even get to my final destination, the final nail in the whole beef just gets done. And I was just like, Kendrick, just efficient work.
Dude,
Put him out of his misery, why don't you?
instantly, one day.
Just
It's all it took.
Oh my god! But anyway, this is a movie channel. I forgot. we're talking music, but you know,
I love that.
We're talking drama.
We're talking
We're
culture.
talking drama. We're talking tea. We're talking tea. Let's see you push a P. What about push a T? Okay, I promise. We're done. We're done. Okay, so the reason why we're here, Jacob, you have a new season, the final season of Cobra Kai coming out.
Yeah.
This weekend. And everybody's excited for it. And I just got to say this, like, I know you're caught up. Kim, you're like, you told
Are
me
you
straight
not caught up?
I'm caught up.
Okay.
I'm caught up. Here's the thing. I was afraid that I wasn't caught up, right? Because season 5 was how many years ago? Was it 2 years ago?
2 years
It's
ago,
been
I
a
think.
little bit.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit. So like a whole year went by and I was wondering like, did I watch the season?
Oh, yeah, you're like,
after?
wait, is there something else?
Is there
that I-
something
yeah,
else
yeah.
in the middle? So I sat down yesterday to like catch up and like I kept going, oh, I know this bit. Next
Yeah, yeah,
episode.
yeah.
Oh, I know this bit. Next episode. I did that for like all 10 episodes.
Oh, damn.
Like, oh, I've watched this.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, spent 2 hours.
I'd be like, wait.
I'm
Oh,
caught up.
no, yeah.
I'm caught up. Got it.
Okay.
But I was watching the trailer today and I was like thinking to myself, not what's gonna happen, but we're in a very interesting spot than where we were in like previous seasons.
Yeah.
Where like you had like Silver who's like scheming and doing all these different type of things and like it's like the fight for the soul of the valley. Now it feels like there's like a little bit of a time jump. They're like, oh, it's a
Yeah.
year later, it's a new championship.
Wait,
like
what year is it? I was gonna ask.
It is, I think, 2020 in Cobra Kai. Yeah, we did some press for it for the new season, and just like in one of my, we had to do press in character.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna ask you
Yeah,
about that.
Netflix posted some stuff, and even on the day, I didn't even catch it. One of my lines was like, "Oh, I've been doing karate for 6 years," and then I just added in like, "Oh, 10 if you round up," because I just thought it would be funny. It didn't click in my head though that like I've been training for like 6-7 years now.
Right.
But the character Hawk has been doing it for like a year and a half, 2 years. And a bunch of people in the comments were like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, what is the timeline of this? Because like you guys would have graduated like a long time ago, you know.
There's some
Yeah.
young looking old people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that might have been just a little goof.
Honestly, like it's understandable. Like, you know, you're so ingrained into the character of Eli that you're just one and the same. And
Yeah,
so-
it was something that was written, and I didn't even think twice about it. I was like, oh yeah, cool, sick. It's on teleprompter, cool. I'll say it. You know, that's how, because a lot of those promos too, it's like you do that for 10 minutes, and then it's like you go to another thing and another thing and another thing. So it's like we're not really thinking about what we're given to say a lot of the time. So
Right.
interesante.
How was that doing? Like, I know you're an actor, but like doing press as your characters, was that kind of like how do I like work these? Is it like a Disneyland thing? Where it's like
A
you're like
Disneyland thing?
Yeah, because like Disney, I don't know if you're aware. I worked at Disneyland for like 5 years, and so you're not supposed to acknowledge anything in the outside world. And so, like, if you was to make like a reference to something, you got to be like, well, what's that? Like, this is Pandora. Or, like, this
that's
is
like when you go to Galaxy's Edge and they go, what is this? And it's money.
Yeah, it's like money. Or like when you're at like Buena Vista Street when you first walk in, you're technically in the 20s. So you see a phone, and you're like, what is that contraption? So like, if you're in 2020 as Eli, and someone's like asking you questions that's very
someone's like, yo, the Drake beef, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
COVID, what is it?
COVID doesn't exist in the Valley. That's kind of what
I feel like probably not, because that might derail your whole 2020 season.
I think if COVID I think this is, do we graduate? Yes.
Were you seniors when there's
I thought they weren't seniors. They were younger.
Yes, we are seniors this year.
Okay.
Yeah, we're seniors this year. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the first season were sophomores. So it's sophomore year, junior year. This is senior year.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm pretty sure.
Because you've had like 2 All Valleys.
Yeah, because season 5 was a summer,
Season
right?
5 was a summer, yes.
Yeah, season 5 was a summer. This would basically be spring of 2020, right when everything kind of shut down. Okay. But as far as doing the promos in character, it was kind of odd because I did have that sort of, ooh, I'm going to big brain actory, like what would Hawk do in this scenario? He's getting interviewed, like how would he act? And that was kind of fun to do. Like I was like, oh, okay, he would definitely do this as if he would put it on a little bit.
Right.
You know, he would want people to like his character, and he would sort of make a meal out of himself. But yeah, those things are really fun. I haven't seen a ton of press stuff or promo stuff where they make the actors do press in character. Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, this is a cool idea. Like, this doesn't get done that much. So that was pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. That's the type of stuff is like usually reserved for like superhero stuff. Like I know Deadpool and Wolverine's been doing it.
Only
like,
sometimes
recently.
Too though.
Yeah, only even then sometimes. Like I think it's like if you have a mask, then okay, you can do it like in person or like in character or like whatever.
Dude, it's so hard about this new season though, because there's, we've already filmed everything, and then things are coming out in like so far away. Mm-hmm. I just want to spoil everything.
Well, now we gotta wait longer because like it's in parts now.
Yeah.
This season is in like parts.
Yeah, part 1, part 2, part 3.
Mm-hmm.
3
parts.
Yeah,
I thought it
3
was
parts.
No,
it's 3.
And how many episodes per part?
It's 5. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. I think they no.
Honestly, 5
Actually,
is good.
It's totally leaked. It's 10,000 because we had people. I don't know why this didn't get fixed, but when we were filming it, they wanted to keep it a secret, like how many episodes that we were doing. But when they were sending out call sheets to the background, they were like, all right, here's your call sheet for episode 612. And they'd be like, wait, Cobra Kai usually does 10 seasons or 10 episodes. I'm in the 12th episode for season 6. Like, wait a minute. It's like, okay, well, you guys just leaked it. Like, you guys just leaked it.
It's too late. It's y'all fault.
Yeah. So
It's y'all fault.
They already leaked. Yeah, there's 15 episodes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Supersized season.
Yeah, so
I
remember for a while.
I love that.
Yeah, they were talking about doing like, oh, let's do 6 seasons in a movie, and that was like
Community,
and Stranger Things, right? Didn't Stranger Things say they were doing it too?
But we're getting an extra 5 episodes, which is actually a lot more than what a movie would be, anyways. Because a movie would be like 2.5, 3 episodes. But we're getting 5 episodes,
right?
So it is kind of like Cobra Kai season 6 plus a movie and a half. So it's pretty cool.
That is most seasons now, like standardly, are 10 or less.
Yeah.
So that's a great treat.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird being on a show that has gone 6 seasons because I guess it's just super rare now.
Yeah. Especially like on streaming, where like I feel like every streaming show is like in danger after the first season of getting.
Dude, you go on the Netflix Instagram account, it's just like flooded with little girls in the comments. You're like, Shadow and Bone win! Bring back Julie and the Phantoms! Like, dude, yeah, I'm like, damn, really, Julie and the Phantoms people like are dying.
Man, man, there was this one show on Netflix, one season. I'm Not Okay With This.
That's a great show.
Great fucking show. Have you seen this
one? Dude.
I haven't.
So
Sophia Lillis.
Sophia Lillis, yeah.
Dude,
oh my
great
God.
show.
She's great. Like, do you know like the premise of it at all?
Not at all.
So it's essentially about this girl who discovers that she has like telekinetic powers.
It's like Carrie-esque.
But she has like no control over it, like at all.
Oh, so worse.
It's like it's the worst. And so then a bunch of things happen. I don't want to spoil it for you in case like you want to watch
There's
it.
blood.
I will spoil it if you like just give me the go ahead.
Spoil it off camera.
Okay, I'll spoil it off
Okay,
camera.
yeah.
Okay, because
They don't deserve that.
actually screw it. 30 seconds, not 30, 30, 10 seconds.
Hit the skip button twice.
10 seconds, okay? Hit the skip button twice. Do it now. Okay, a guy gets his head popped in the last
Oh,
episode. Head
like in The
popped.
Boys.
Like in The Boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
She pops it at prom, and then like she finds the guy who's like, oh yeah, like I know what your power is, and then it ends. And
It's
then
another
you're like,
kid from It, right?
Yeah.
His
well,
name's Wyatt something or
wait a minute. Is there another kid from It?
yeah, it's another kid from It.
I'm trying to see. I haven't
His
seen
name's
that show.
Wyatt
In a minute.
Olep or
Maybe we
Wyatt
should have
Olep.
got another season so we could.
Dude, it's a great show.
It's a great show. I talked to her for Dungeons and Dragons, and that's where
Oh
we met.
yeah.
And I told her straight up. I said like, that was an amazing show, and I wish they would have brought it back. And her like look of like,
Yeah.
she really wanted that to get
Yeah.
like continue. But yeah, in the world of streaming, like it's almost like no matter how good something is, you can't necessarily trust that it's gonna like stick around. So I try to like cherish.
Yeah, I
all these
also
things.
I mean, I know I also work for this company, but I think it's so interesting because there's really no real metric of everyone on who's watching these streaming things. Netflix can say something is number one. I don't know if it's actually number one.
I see it all the time when I log in. It's like the number one movie of like for today, I guess. or
Yeah.
whatever, but that's like the best you get.
But you
But
don't
I'm
have a
just-
number.
You don't have a number of like who's watching it. Maybe it's like 5 people.
Yes, that's what,
that day.
I'm like, are they just this is a new show and they're putting it at number one so more people watch it?
Weren't
That
they
or-
forced to release those numbers as a result of the actor strike?
I think so.
Oh,
But,
really?
but that's not easy to find, and it's not like presented like a public
Format,
facing
yeah.
format,
I
you
don't
know?
think
It's hard.
I mean, I could totally be speaking wrong on this. I don't think everyone gets access to that. I think they were forced to release it in the negotiation room.
Yeah.
And those people are able to see that type of stuff, which, you know, the actor strike, the writer strike is a whole nother can of worms.
Dude,
that
we
is.
talked about that during this. Like
yeah.
while it was happening, we
Yeah.
were like, because remember we tried to like ride for our boy Xolo for
Yeah,
Blue
yeah.
Beetle. Like we were riding super hard for that, and we couldn't. Like it was just
My friends at work were just like, oh,
Yeah.
why isn't this in theaters?
no, exactly. It was. It should have been like one of the. It should have been the Black Panther of DC.
Dude, before
If you
all
ask me.
that stuff went down, there was a huge. I mean,
People
this
were,
it's more
like,
Xolo's thing to
hyped.
talk about, but yeah, dude,
People
it's,
were hyped
it's
for
a
that.
great, it's a great movie. I mean, they're doing They announced that they're doing the animated series.
Okay.
So I know he's super stoked for. They're doing a Blue Beetle animated
Is he?
series.
Is he
so-
gonna be voicing that? Maybe. Is that?
Yes.
Is he?
I feel like I'm totally allowed to say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just hit him up on the side during this.
Yeah,
podcast.
no.
Get the answers.
I was like,
much of it.
no. We
gonna
on
get
our podcast
redacted.
we've talked about it, so I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's no. He's definitely coming back as Jaime. So
To be honest, like I can't see any after what happened with that movie and like how the strike like affected it. Like
Yeah.
I don't want anyone else playing it for the time being. I feel like he should have like a fair shot in front of like a blockbuster crowd type
Yeah.
deal.
No one
you know
else
what I'm saying?
is.
No, and
Yeah,
no,
no
nobody
one
else
else
should.
is.
If somebody
Yeah.
else does, no hate to whoever might get that job.
No
I'm
hate.
gonna be looking at him like,
No, I'm
like
no. Xolo is Jaime.
yeah, no.
Xolo is Jaime.
Absolutely, he crushed that, man.
Yeah.
It was such a great movie. I really dug that movie a lot. But in terms of like streaming services and like shows like being in fear of like getting picked up or not, Cobra Kai had an interesting way of getting onto Netflix because it started on YouTube Premium.
Yeah.
Which I don't watch a lot of YouTube. I know only 2 YouTube Premium things,
Yeah.
and that was the first season of Cobra Kai and Step Up the series.
Oh,
didn't
no
even know that
way.
one.
I thought you were going to say Wayne. Those are usually the two that people talk to me about. Is
Oh, yeah.
Cobra Kai and Wayne.
Wait, Wayne was a YouTube thing?
Yeah, Wayne was a YouTube thing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, 3 things now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Step Up had a series. Fun fact about me, I'm a huge Step Up fan. I watch all
Really?
of them.
Which
I
one's
love
the
Step
best
Up.
one?
The best one is the first one, obviously.
Okay.
See, Craig is
Okay,
like
okay.
doing this. However, 2 is fucking awesome. But I will talk to you off camera about the continuity errors in that last battle that everybody loves so much. The one in the
Really?
rain. The continuity errors are insane. I talk,
Dude, Moose was like,
you what? Okay. Keep
and
looking
he's
at
like lifting up fish people up.
Yep,
Like,
and it looks
dude,
and it
it's
looks
so
dope.
cool.
It looks dope. But keep looking at Moose. Keep looking at what's his name? The dude from Glee, the Asian guy. And keep looking at
Harry
the short.
Shum Jr. 's
Keep
in
looking
it?
at Harry. Yes. Keep looking at him.
Dude,
And
they
then-
probably had like a day and a half to film
Bro,
it. I do
no,
not.
I know
give
for a
credit
fact
for that.
they had 2 days to film it because there's at least 2 takes because in mid dance move they're wearing hoodies and then not wearing hoodies all throughout the damn dance
They
number.
could have taken it off.
It's magical
People
realism.
get hot while they magical realism.
Magical realism.
Boom, there you go. Yeah, come on. We're just suspending our disbelief anyways. We know those are raid machines. Ain't no way that like 4 dudes popping open their trunk and like they didn't have that synchro.
Hit it.
Yeah, they didn't have that like synchronization back then. Come on. Let
Nah.
Moose control people like their fish.
Honestly, that move when he goes like ah.
Yeah, and they're like,
I'm gonna start thinking like he's changing their outfits in the middle of the dance.
that's the magical
A
realism.
fairy godmother.
He's a fairy godmother. Those dance moves are magical. So
Dude, when I was a kid watching Step Up, I liked Step Up 1 a lot.
yeah,
Watching Step Up 2, I remember seeing Moose, and for the first time, she's like,
Moose was
"That is me.
awesome.
I want to be that guy." Like when they get the call on the phone,
Yeah.
and it's the what is it? The Way I Are by Timbaland.
Oh yeah. You dancing up and down the stairs.
Yeah,
like,
dude. I was
yeah.
like, damn.
Listen, you ain't seen Moose until you watch Step Up. I think it's called Step Up All In, where they go to Vegas.
I haven't seen that one.
So they go to this place called the Vortex. I know I love this shit. And there's this awesome, like, it's just like a straight shot, like at the stage, right? And you see all the dance crews like doing their thing. And these dance crews are getting it, right? And it's Moose and the freaking like robot guy, and they're just, bro. I cannot.
the robot guy's
even-
crazy.
The robot guy is
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, Moose like becomes like a main character like through like the next 3 or whatever.
That's the third one.
I want to say it's the 4th one.
Okay.
But the one where they're in Vegas goes hard as fuck. Like
Really?
it goes so fuck hard. Look up the last dance scene in that one. I watch that shit every day to hype me up.
Really?
Every day to hype me up.
What's your secret? To
You're
be
in the
hyped
shower, like,
Step up, all in. Step up, all in. All right, then it also introduced me to Steve Aoki and I believe it's Waka Flocka
Oh.
Flames. Rage the
What?
Night Away. They have this song called Rage the Night Away, and I work out to that shit. And it
rage the night away.
Sounds just like that.
That sounds right.
sounds just about that. Yeah, it sounds like
Tonight
that.
we're gonna rage
Back
on the floor.
But yeah, so Step Up goes hard, and it's also a YouTube premium series as well. So
Ah, I did not know that.
check that out. I
Is
never
Moose
watched
in the
it.
premium series?
Huh?
Is Moose in the premium series?
I don't think so, but I would
Okay.
imagine that he would be because they were literally saying like Moose is our guy. Let's just milk him for everything he's worth. I think it was like the last one that was in like 3D or whatever. They had like this big like battle to like save a sinner or whatever, and it was like
very 80s of
graffiti
them.
and like it was very weird. Like it was like graffiti and like those, you know, those pop smokes where
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
all
yeah.
different colors. Moose comes in. He's not in the movie at all, but he comes in at like the last second, does this like really dope move where there's a bunch of like cops or whatever with like battering rams. And he just comes in and he's literally going down the line. And he's just like and I'm just like. Fucking Moose, bro.
Dude,
fucking
Moose is
Moose, bro.
sick,
He looked like a playable DLC character that just got revealed because his hat's down. You just see his mouth. You're just like
It was his teaser
that-
trailer.
It was just
like,
a teaser trailer
Yeah,
for Moose. So yeah, man. I'm sorry. I could go on about Step Up. Step Up is my shit.
that's so funny.
Yeah.
Did you have a question for him?
Yeah.
There was
Dude,
a
I can talk
question.
about
in
random
there
movies
there was
all
a
day.
question for no, yeah. So what I was saying was back to the talk is like you guys came through YouTube Premium. Like, what was that like transition like? Was there a moment where you were like, oh, I don't know if we're gonna get picked up because you guys got the 2 seasons right on YouTube?
Yeah, no. So we did 3 with YouTube.
Okay.
So we shot the 3rd season, and YouTube told our creators, "Hey, we're gonna release season 3 and then drop the show."
Okay.
And that's something that we all got told. We all knew that. And our creator said, "Hey, hold up." We call them the Big 3. So I'm just gonna, from now on, when I say the Big 3, creators of Cobra Kai.
Okay.
There you go.
Got it.
Gianni came up with that. But anyways, the Big 3, they went to a bunch of other streamers, Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, I think were the 3 that they started talking to and expressed interest in buying the show.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember Xolo and I joking around thinking, wow, wouldn't that be so crazy if it went to Netflix? That'd never happen, though. You know, the show's probably just going to end or go to, you know. For a while, it was looking like Peacock. And
No. Listen,
Hey.
you can't say it. I'm gonna say
I-
it. You
yeah.
would have never gotten the exposure you got with that show if it was on Peacock.
No.
Yeah.
And look,
it also coming out.
Peacock, you're okay. I like you, Peacock.
There's people that
I watch Bel Air.
I have Peacock.
I watch Ted.
I watch House on Peacock.
You got some stuff. This is no disrespect to
I
Peacock
watch
at all.
Peacock
No one
is
is saying
bad,
that.
but
You-
the exposure is a different level.
People are still
Those
finding
are
you, Peacock.
facts,
People are still finding you.
opinions.
Okay? Kim, you're right. You're absolutely
Yeah. So going to Netflix, huge blessing. And they didn't end up releasing season 3 on YouTube. They waited to release it on Netflix, which I think helped so much. And it released during COVID when everyone was sitting down on their ass, trapped in their house.
That's when I started.
Perfect
That's when I
Yeah,
started the show.
it was the perfect time for people to get into it. And the show is a good show. You know, it's not a bad show. And I think
It's genuinely
sure?
good.
Yeah.
I mean, in the YouTube days, my boyfriend at the time was like, Kim, there's this show. It's about the bad guy from Karate Kid,
yeah.
and he's so stupid, and I love it.
season
was
1
good. I
Johnny is
watched
my
it.
favorite.
Season 1,
He-
yeah.
he's
Yeah.
like he's like from a different planet, or
Yeah.
like he got locked
He's-
in a
he
time
Got
He's
machine.
stuck
locked
in that
into
era.
a time
Yeah.
capsule. He's like
stuck in
he's
that
like
era.
Captain America with bad language.
Yeah.
Right? Like he comes out, he's
And
still
beer.
and beer. The
Yeah.
Coors Light that he loves so
Dude, I
much.
still can't. Billy actually knows when he does that flick with the.
Oh, with the cap.
Dude,
with the
he
cap?
can actually do that, and he's tried teaching all of the young cast so much, and no one can do it. Like maybe me and Tanner and I were probably the closest to being able to do it.
Uh-huh.
Half the time when I do it, it hits me in the forehead, and so I can't even.
Right.
I don't know. Billy's just good.
See, like the thing is, like you mentioned how it like they released season 3 on Netflix, and that's kind of like where the flood of new fans came into
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
Like it was a couple of factors for me where it was like, okay, it's on Netflix, maybe I'll give it a try. I think it was like when it just dropped. I think I waited maybe a month or so before I
Yeah.
actually started it. But I was in like the middle of my second rewatch of How I Met Your Mother, which
What?
she like has a guest star role in. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, that's
He-
right.
he
'cause
shows up
the
as himself.
character loves movie villains.
he loves movie villains, and he thinks that Johnny is the main character of the
Okay,
Karate Kid.
That is a good storyline.
And so Barney made me
You're
me
like,
watch.
you know what?
I was like, he's right.
Yeah.
Daniel did break the rules. He's
Yeah.
right.
He did. And look where Johnny's at now.
Yeah.
Look at his life.
Yeah.
Like Barney was right. And so like How I Met Your Mother was my gateway into the Cobra Kai show, which I thought was like really dope. I hope if you ever see Billy, just tell him I said that. 'Cause
I will. I mean, you're gonna see
he's
him at the premiere, no?
This is true.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting like where I'm gonna be.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, you're gonna be there. You're gonna see everybody. You're literally gonna see everybody.
But okay, so I've had this burning question for you for a minute.
All right.
It's like your stunt work is like absolutely like insane.
Oh, thank you, bro.
It's like it's crazy. And like when I first started watching the show, I was like, okay, obviously you're working with someone, like maybe there's like a stunt double, like it's hard for me to like tell those type of things. But then it became very clear that this is you. Right? Can you talk to me about that transition? Like, did you start off with like a stunt double and then you were just kind of like, I think I could do that?
So, when we first started, our stunt coordinator, Hito Koda, he does, like Ozark, Stranger Things. He's like won Emmys and stuff. He's, he's Mr. Big
time.
Guy.
Yeah.
I love Hito though. Hito and Miss Janelle, they rock. When we first started training in season 1, I didn't have a ton of stunt work to do. And on top of that, I was a guest star in season 1. So they were flying me back and forth. So I would pretty much get flown into Atlanta, film the next day, and then fly back. So Hito never got a ton of time to train with me. So when I'm doing fights in season 1, it's sort of the day before, Hito and his team is showing me choreo. I'm learning it best I can.
Yeah.
And I was a pretty coordinated kid, athletic kid growing up. So I'm able to pick it up a little bit. But, if you don't know how to hold your hands for a fight, you're going to look like an idiot. And so when I look back at season 1 and I'm like this, holding my fists up, I'm like, oh my God. And they're telling me don't look like that. And I'm just like, I got it. I'm trying to look hard. I'm like, oh God. But once I became a series regular and I got time to train, Hito came up with this idea that each character has their own distinct fighting style. And for me, specifically, he wanted me to be more of a Muay Thai style, throwing elbows and knees and a little bit more brutal. And he was very intentional with, hey, we're gonna train you this specific way. And it was really inspiring for me because this super legendary stunt coordinator dude is like, hey, like give me some input on what you want this character to be like. Like, let's work on it together. And that just really lit a fire into me, and I just thought, well, yeah, I want to be able to do as much as I can. And that was also his goal, is to, for everyone, the more you're able to do, the less your stunt double comes in. And when your stunt double comes in, instead of them fighting and taking a punch like this, they're having to take a punch like this and block their face. And it just looks better if, as the actor, you can be there more and you can see your reactions for everything. So that was Hito's sort of groundwork that he laid, that we have continued on with the show with our other stunt coordinators, Ken Bearfield and Don Lee. Sorry, that was a very long.
No,
that's a good answer.
It was super fun. I became really good friends with a lot of the stunt guys, and really got into UFC because they're all into MMA and one and all that stuff. But yeah, it was super fun. I still train a little bit of Muay Thai on the off season. I used to do jiu-jitsu, but not as much anymore.
Okay.
But I really want to get into judo. That's the next thing I really want to start getting into.
Have you taken a hit pretty badly at all in the show?
Ooh,
I have. It wasn't even in a fight.
What?
So.
Did you fall off the stairs?
No.
It was just him just walking.
I just walking like, what? No, so Xolo and I, we used to play that game like 2 for flinching. And I don't flinch that much, and Xolo would. And I don't know if you guys know the regular show.
Yes.
Mordecai and Rigby.
Yes. Yeah.
So it was almost like that, where it was, Mordecai's punching Rigby all the time. He's like, I'm going to get you. So Xolo had this burning passion to get me to flinch. And it's the scene in Cobra Kai where I think it's like our first episode in season 2, where we're walking in and Chris and Mitch are there for the first time, and I'm like going like that, and they open the door for us and we walk in, and in that little hallway where we walk in and we're off camera, Xolo puts his hand into a fist and just swings back as hard as he can, and he didn't know how close I was behind him, and just swings back as hard as he can and just he wanted me to flinch, but just fully decks me with a bat, just 360 spinning back fist, just obliterates my nose. I'm pretty sure he broke something in my nose, because I was just bleeding for a week and a half. I would just wake up with blood in my pillow. I was like, fuck, this sucks. That's the only time I've ever taken a bad hit. My nose instantly started bleeding, and he just looked at me and went, brother, like, I'm sorry. And I just got hit with the biggest dump of adrenaline. Everything in me was just telling me to go bang, just hit him right back.
Go time.
I from my perspective, he was like, ah. From his perspective, I was probably just like, ah. Just like getting this big adrenaline down. But yeah, that's the only time. That's the only time I've been hit. In this newest season, I decked somebody on accident. There was this. Episode 10 is absolutely insane.
Every season has like a crazy set piece, like a fight set piece. I believe season 2 was the school fight.
Yeah.
Right? And then season 3 was the house fight. That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
That's my I was about to tell you that's my favorite one.
This one makes the house fight look like a season 1 fight.
Oh gosh.
It is so big and insane.
What did they do?
I need to know this.
It's so crazy, but
he's trying not to spoil it. He's trying so hard.
I have this moment. It's so hectic, and I just, there's so many moving pieces. I messed up a little bit of choreography, and there's a little miscommunication between me and one of the stunt guys on my part, and I missed a move and was just like, I'm pretty sure there's a punch here. But I'm moving like this, throwing a punch, and I just bop, just like fully just, dunk. I hit him in the forehead. It was like bop, and he's like bam, and we just kept going. And right after the yell cut, I was like, oh dude, I'm so sorry. He was like, I'm just glad you didn't stop, because that's the worst thing is when you hit somebody and then you stop and go, oh my god, I'm so sorry, because a lot of times if you hit them, that's sold.
Yeah.
It's going to sell on camera that you hit them because you hit them.
Yeah.
But what a lot of people do is they'll hit someone and go, oh, I'm so sorry. And then they just got hit for no reason.
Yeah.
You know?
See, now I'm going to be looking for that scene and see your facial expression when it happens. Like,
If he looks
No,
at
I'm definitely like, I definitely hit him and go, yeah. Yeah. Because
that
I've
waiting
beast
for that
from
one.
earlier when
Yeah.
he got popped.
Ooh.
What happened?
No, that's like when you reacted to Xolo and went.
Yeah, it's very like, ah. You know? I don't know.
He's like more in the scene now. He's like, I'm more alive.
Yeah, he's like, I'm in it. Yeah, he actually has a crazy fall that he has to take in that fight. That's freaking brutal.
I mean, that
Wow.
wouldn't be the first crazy fall he's had to take.
Oh yeah,
You know,
there's.
I just think of the one fall at the school.
Yeah,
Ugh, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Can I ask you about that?
yeah.
Like, how was that shot? Because, yeah, stunt double, cool. But that scene where he's, like, falling, was there, like,
Oh, yeah,
was
yeah.
that a green screen or was
No,
it, like,
so
what?
that was they brought in a crane and put it
Ah.
on the second story,
Mm.
and they had Xolo on Descender, I think it's called,
Mm-hmm.
or it starts with a D. I think it's called a Descender. I could
Deep
be.
fall? Or?
No, it's something like that. I don't think it's Descender, but it's something. It's something that kind of like slows you down. You fall really slow.
Okay.
So sorry, you fall at a normal speed, and then once it gets to the point where you tell it to stop, it starts to slow you down.
Okay.
And then you will slowly stop at a certain point.
Got it. Okay.
So they basically put Xolo right before the railing and said it were like, okay, this is where he's gonna stop. Raised him back up, dropped him, so he went, whoa, boom. And then from here to here, where it's full speed, they're recording it in slow-mo.
Right.
Xolo's doing the whole thing. But which did his Descender? There we go. I'm
See,
a genius.
You got it. You got it.
But
The production people.
shout
know.
out Noah Garrett, because this man's an animal. He was Xolo's stunt double on that season. He just yeeted it.
Oh, what?
He just jumped off.
No.
Just like no Descender?
Yeah. Oh, he did it. He did it once on a Descender, but to me, it just looked like he hit fucking hard. And then he did it once where he jumped into a layer of boxes, and when that scene where it's, or that shot where it's, he hits his back and you don't see Xolo's face. That's Noah just boom boom, and like it's not sped up, like that's him just boom boom.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay. So, I'm sorry. Stunt people are just like,
they're just
Oh,
built different.
They're just built different. Like I
Yeah.
see, like I watched The Fall Guy recently, and like that was.
Oh,
like,
I want to watch that.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
and, like,
I
I
really
think you
wanna
would
watch
love
it.
it because like you're
Yeah.
really into stunts and like everything, and it's like a great love letter to that. But I remember like hearing Ryan Gosling. He has this monologue where he's talking about like, oh, stunt people, like they take the hits, they get lit on fire, they do this,
Yeah.
and this and that. And it just makes me think like these people know how to fall right, they know how
Yeah.
to hit something right, and they just get back up and they're like, I'm ready to do it again.
Yeah.
You know, like, so have you, like, was that considered the nastiest thing you saw where someone, like, got up? Or was there something that you saw that made you go, how the fuck you walk away from that?
There's a couple falls this season that are pretty brutal. That I just would hate to have to do myself.
That's where
was-
you're just kind of like,
Okay, so we know as a clue he didn't take a fall.
I
Put
take
it
some
together.
falls, but it's really where the falls are, what your wardrobe is, because people don't think about, if I'm fighting in this t-shirt, right, and you're fighting me, I have really bony forearms, so when you go to block me, it's gonna hurt your forearms a lot.
yeah.
So, but if you're wearing a long sleeve, you can put some pads on your forearms, or you can. If your shirt's too tight, you can't really wear a back pad. Or
Yeah.
it's a difference between falling on this carpet or falling on concrete or falling on gravel.
Yeah.
Like there's a kid who's in season 6. His name's Brandon Lee. He has a big stunt background, and he would just talk about taking falls on gravel in a t-shirt is like the worst thing you can possibly do.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple falls this season. This season was the first time I got to do a high fall.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
That was really cool. It was the last day of filming. It was a little pickup shot we had to do. I think it's in like episode 6 or 7 maybe. I take this high fall, and it's like I'm like 10, 12 feet up. It just jumping off into a layer of pads. I'm like, okay, this is a little scary. Like, so I practiced it a couple times. I'm like, cool. It's 2 layers of pads. I was like, all right, sick. Or it was 3 layers of pads. And I was like, cool. And then we go to lunch, come back, and we get there, and one of the layers of pads is removed. And I was like, oh, okay. So I get back up there, and the pads are like, you know, a foot thick or so. So when I'm up there, I'm like, this looks a lot farther. Oh God! And so but you know, I'm like, yeah, I'm a stunt guy. Like I'm chilling. You know, I'm cool. And one of our stunt coordinators is up there, and I'm talking to him, and I'm like, all right, what's the highest, you know, high fall you've had to do? And he looks at me, and he's like, you mean without a wire? And I was like, yeah, without a wire. He's like, 85 feet. No. And I was like, okay, so I'm so safe. Like, I'm doing an eighth of what you were doing.
Yeah.
85 feet.
Over here sweating bullets for this one. He's like, 85 feet.
Yeah, I was like, oh, just an 8X. Just a sweet, simple 8X. Cool. And, yeah, I was totally fine. It was super chill. I was very safe. But it's funny. They have, our stunt coordinators, they know specifically how to talk to each of us to get us to be comfortable doing different things. And I mean, they never really put us in anything that is really out of our ability. And every once in a while I'll be like, I want to do that, and they're like, you don't want to take that fall. Like it's not that big a deal. Like
that's how you know it's scary. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, and I'm
You'll
like,
totally die.
Oh really? Like, oh no way. I've always wanted to do a dead man though. That's something
What's a dead man?
So a dead man is, let's say, you're just on a harness, right? And I'm going to pick you from right here in your back.
Okay.
And I just tell you, you're just going to full sprint forward, and your harness is roped in to an anchor, and there's a certain amount of distance, and you just sprint, and then at some point, all of your momentum is going to stop. Because it's like if, you know, you're anchored in right here and there's a rope, and the rope is super loose right here. You just start sprinting. Imagine it's getting yanked back by.
Oh my gosh!
It's considered one of the more brutal stunts, but I just want to do it because I feel like you need to.
It's almost like a rite of passage.
It's almost like a rite of passage. You know, a lot of people will do it where, if there's a clothesline in a stunt.
I was thinking it would be for something like that.
Something like that is where you just sprint, and right where they need to do it, you just get. I've heard those are really, really rough.
Okay. I'm trying to think of like the one, like a dead man. This is where my movie knowledge is like digging in deep.
Oh yeah.
X-Men 3: The Last Stand. It was X-Men 3: The Last Stand. So there's like the big war that's happening, and like there's like a guy, like an unspecified mutant guy. You don't even know his powers.
Definitely a stuntman.
Definitely a stuntman, right? Like he's running straight towards camera at Kitty Pryde. Kitty Pryde goes through him, grabs him from the back, and then pulls him down, right?
Oh
like,
yeah,
would that be considered like a dead man? Like
yeah,
when he's
it's
running
that
and then
full
he gets
momentum,
like full on, you know? Yeah.
John Wick definitely has some for sure.
Wick. Okay.
Good bet.
I'm trying to think like, would I do a dead man?
No.
Like, I like how you said it for me. No. Would you do a dead? You said it for me. Come on. Let's do dead mans together. Let's all go
Come
out.
on, let's do it.
Mans.
All we need is a rope.
Who's got a rope?
Who's got a rope?
This isn't enough. No.
No.
I'll watch you guys do it.
Okay.
You can record it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Dead man. This is a dead man.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
So we were talking about like injuries, and you said like how like your nose was bleeding for a little bit.
Yeah.
And this is a 2-part question.
Okay.
What was the worst injury that you suffered? And if that's it, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase it. What was the worst injury that you suffered? And then also, end up on OnlyFans, extra content. If you think about
All
it.
right, I'll answer the first part first. So the worst injury I had was in season, I think it was 3. At the very beginning of 3, I am doing a sparring thing with Aiden, who plays Mitch, and I kick my foot through the rice paper door in the Miyagi-Do. I think that's season 3. That season I hadn't been stretching a lot before, so I was thinking, oh shit, I need to throw all these kicks, I'm gonna have all these fights, I need to stretch so hard. And I overstretched my right hamstring, and I kind of pulled it, and so I had to do that fight with a pulled hamstring, and I said I can't really throw this kick, and they're like, hey, we just need you to throw it once. And I was like, all right, like I'll do it once, and did it once, totally worked out. But that's one of the only times I've had an injury that sucked.
Yeah. They
Because
KD'd you, man.
I couldn't move around that well. It was very weird.
Yeah.
And then the throat do thing.
This is what the whole podcast has been about.
I don't like
yeah.
this.
Kim doesn't like it, but I love it.
We were talking off pod, and I do a lot of weird voices and stuff just in my daily life, and
They're very good.
they're decent. I got in a wrestling match with my brother maybe like a year or two ago, and he punched me in the throat on accident. And ever since then, I've been able to, when I lower my voice, I've gained a new ability where when I lower my voice, my throat does this weird thing. So I'll see if you can still see my throat.
I love this so much. Kim's trying not to look, but I love this so much.
It is weird.
Adam's apples are weird to begin with.
They are
okay?
weird.
But this is different.
Maybe lock them doors and do the light down low. Yeah. So basically, when I talk in a lower register, it makes my Adam's apple go to the side. I think it like opens it up or something.
It's staring at me.
Yeah.
Like it's like
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
at me.
But what's weird is it only ever goes to one side. It doesn't ever go to that side. I've never tried to make that happen. I can't really control it. But yeah, baby.
What did your doctor say about
I
that?
don't know, dude. My dad's a doctor.
Like that's what, like I don't know if that's supposed to be natural.
Yeah,
I
my
don't
dad's a
think-
doctor and doesn't believe in doctors. So like I broke my left wrist as a kid, still fucked up. I'm like,
Oh, I broke my left wrist as a kid.
yeah, but he's like, you're young, you'll get
Fine.
fixed. Like I've dislocated my shoulder, he popped it back in, was like chilling.
Okay. So first off, the fact that your dad, when you say your dad doesn't believe in doctors,
My dad doesn't believe in doctors.
and you have a doctor probably watching this right now, like, yo, bro, we need to get that checked
Yeah.
out.
They're like,
that's not supposed to happen.
this is bad. This is very bad.
But I did promise you that we were gonna bond over like body parts that
Oh,
don't,
yeah,
that
yeah.
don't look right. Oh, my daughter's here. Hi, baby.
I just need a tiny question.
You have a tiny question. What's the question? Come.
Hey, you want to come here?
Does
You
this
wanna come
happen
here?
every episode?
This doesn't happen at
Oh,
all. This is
okay.
her first appearance on the
Hi.
podcast.
What do you call a cow when it's outside?
I don't know.
Cow when it's outside.
Cow when it's outside.
I don't know. What do you call it?
Night shift.
A night shift? Okay. I'm not sure.
Why is it night shift? Why? Can you explain it?
Yes. A night shift, and when a cow teleports to night.
Oh. That makes so much
That's
sense.
a good one.
Give me some. Blow it up.
It has the shift, and I need to go to the
Okay. Correct. Take it to the restroom.
But the real thing,
That's what I was really about.
the real question I have.
Yeah. I like it. I like it.
There it is. This was like her joke hour.
Dude,
like,
very
hey,
like
this is audition.
very strategic.
Very strategic.
Yeah, I will say.
She does that all the time. All the time.
She'll come up with
What's
a
it
joke.
like?
She'll,
to be
she'll
a
come up with like a
parent.
lot of things to like get to one thing. So one time, like I'll be like at home like eating cereal or something, and she'll never just simply ask me for a bowl of cereal. No, she wants my cereal. So what she'll do
There's a
is,
story beforehand.
Use
You're right.
cereal.
I mean, this is what happens. This is my life. Like it's cereal, and so like she'll come up and she'll bring like one of her stuffed animals. She'll go, "Oh, Pommy wants some," and I'll pretend to get Pommy some. She'll walk out. Then she'll bring like a bear. Ooh, Barry wants some. And I pretend to give Barry some. And she'll do this for 5 animals. And then she'll come back, no stuffed animal in hand, and go, I want some. And I'm just like, you could have just asked for.
Because it's like you gave it to them, well, you have to give it to me.
Now you have to
Like,
give it to me.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to share.
That's
Like
so
you'll
funny.
be a bad parent if you don't. So I'm used to her like doing like these long-winded things to
Yeah.
get to
That's
these
so
other
good.
things. I was trying to show you my broken collarbone, and then the cutest thing just happened.
Yeah, but what happened to your collarbone?
So I broke my collarbone like my freshman year in high school.
Oh, so
So-
long injury.
It was a long time ago, but it's been fucked up ever since. So fun fact about me, I used to play basketball with James Harden.
Sick.
Literally went to the same high school, won state championship together. He was a senior, I
Whoa.
was a freshman. And so this was in the off season where I was kind of like, like practicing, like getting my like training up and everything. and I was playing basketball in the streets, like street ball. And everyone knows that there's always that one player that's not a basketball player.
Yeah.
They're actually a football player, and they're just there to just like rough everybody up. You know about it. Yeah, they're just
I
there.
didn't know that.
It's just that
Yeah.
one person to rough everybody up. And so he was one of those type of guys, and I was like a hustle guy. So like I was like reaching for the ball. It was like a loose ball. And as I'm reaching for it, this guy just says, I'm just going to physically remove Juju out of the way. And so he smacks me like right here, full body. I think he was like around like 220 or something like that.
Damn.
My collarbone goes up, snaps in two, and then like I can like physically feel like both pieces of the collarbone kind of like rubbing against each other. So they put me in a sling for like a couple weeks. It was healing. And then one day we had the basketball banquet. And my coach, I like won an award, and my coach was giving a speech about me. And you know how, like when people are like talking great about you, and they hit me with one of these.
No.
He hits me with one of these, clutches the shoulder to really drive home his point, and then shakes me. And
Does he not know?
He forgot, and he shakes it out of place.
Oh.
Re-breaks it basically, and my collarbone hasn't healed the same since. So
Okay, show us that
So,
collarbone.
so this is a normal collarbone, right? You see
Yeah.
that how it's like nice and straight, like whatever.
Got you.
This is the broken one. Well, actually, is this the broken
It
one?
doesn't look so bad.
This one is actually the straight one. I'm sorry.
Okay, then
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's like kind of like up and around.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
then you see this one. Actually, this is the one that's up and around. No, it's this one. It's this one.
this one has a bump.
This one has
The
a
other
bump.
one doesn't have a
You
bump.
see how this one just kind of like has like a little
Wow.
valley that you gotta get to.
Damn.
So yeah, he messed it up.
Dude, I'm just thinking about the coach. Like,
Listen,
and you got to stand there and be like,
I screamed bloody murder.
oh, so it was
And,
awkward.
like, so it was like my scream was drowned out by the scream of the entire banquet hall because everyone just started
They didn't
screaming.
see your face contorting or
Everyone else who saw it happen was like, no, like stop. And the guy, like, it took him a minute for him to kind of like, he's like, why is everyone screaming? And then he
you're
looks,
like-
and he notices me
Oh
basically
my
about
God.
to pass out, like, and he takes his hand off and
Oh.
says, I am so sorry, take the award, go sit down. I go back to the hospital, get an x-ray, doctor slaps it on the thing, and he just goes, literally, he says, excuse my language, what the fuck? Like,
Oh.
what happened? He said, you're going to be in rehab for like the next like 2 months.
Dude.
So yeah, that's
Wow.
my little,
Did you gain any new abilities from it?
No, I did not. I thought my jump shot was gonna come back like better than ever. Just like the training arc was gonna be
Dude,
insane.
Could you imagine though? You have this like weird wacky shot now, and then all of a sudden you're
fucking
just
Sean
draining
Marion
that's
everything.
push.
Yeah.
The
that's
Sean
the
Marion
plot of
push.
Angels in the Outfield.
Is
The
I
kid
haven't
like
watched
breaks
that
his arm,
forever.
and then he's like the best pitcher ever after.
Oh, I haven't seen that in a.
I haven't seen that in a long time. I didn't know
Yeah.
that was the plot.
I think it is. I may have confused it with another '90s baseball kids movie, but I think that's it.
The Sandlot. It wasn't the Sandlot.
not
It
The
wasn't that.
Sandlot.
Yeah. There was
I
a
think
lot of
that's- and
baseball
then
kids
Bitch
movies.
like a girl.
Because he joins the Angels
Yeah.
as a child, and that's why.
Oh, you're thinking of
Right?
Rookie.
Rookie of the Year?
Rookie of the Year.
Oh,
You're thinking of Rookie
okay.
of the Year.
I was like,
That
wait,
is
damn,
another
I do-
child's
That is
baseball
another child
movie
baseball
from the
movie. There
90s.
was a lot. There was a lot
There,
of
it
those.
was
so
a
many-
whole thing.
There's so many good little baseball movies. You ever seen The Natural
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
with
Yeah. Is it Robert Redford?
Robert
That one?
Redford?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
Robert
He's
Redford.
got the baseball bat made from the lightning tree.
Fuck it. I need to watch
Yeah.
that movie again.
That's a great movie.
So something that fucked me up in my world travels was that I like how we jump from Cobra Kai injuries to
No,
baseball
yeah.
movies, but in my world travels, like I like to do this thing where I like to talk about movies that are popular here in the States.
Oh,
see
while
if
you're
anyone-
out, yeah.
And like a lot of times, like they know the Back to the Futures, they know like
Mm-hmm.
the ETs and stuff like that. But I'm like, have you ever heard of the Sandlot? And people's reaction
Oh.
when they look at the what? What is the what?
Oh, that's
So
not a
nobody
popular
knows?
It's
movie.
not a popular movie. Like a lot of people
Really?
outside of the U.S. don't know what the Sandlot
Nobody
is.
knows about Benny the Jet.
Nobody knows about Benny the Jet Rodriguez or the Beast. They don't know the legend of the
Dude,
Beast.
that's what did they call the kid with the glasses? What was his name?
Oh,
one
Squints.
Who marries the
Squints.
lifeguard?
Squint.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Wendy Peppercorn.
Dude,
Wendy kisses
yeah.
Wendy
I wonder.
Peppercorn.
Yeah, I'm actually curious if, like in Europe, China, or like Europe, Asia, if like Gremlins is a big movie, or
That's actually It's like, is it a big movie
yeah.
over there? Like
I'm trying to think of other like old sleeper hits from like the 80s, 90s that were.
I have some friends in Japan,
Okay.
and I was telling them about Star Wars, and they were like,
No.
What?
No.
No way.
I,
I
don't-
think they know, but they don't really care.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
Wow.
That makes sense.
Were you
They-
talking about new Star Wars or old Star Wars?
I was introducing old Star Wars,
They
but
didn't care.
Wow.
they were
Okay.
like, yeah, okay. But have you heard of Marvel? And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Marvel's like one of those
dang.
like
Yeah.
it's like everybody knows what that is.
They
in the
were
world.
like,
Yeah.
whatever. I think they know, or the people I talked to knew, but they
Yeah.
were just like not interested. Really? And
That's
I
crazy.
gave like these cute toys to some kids, and they were like, meh.
You just throw away a Luke Skywalker limited edition Dagobah system. Like, what?
You're like, I only like Spy X Family. Give me a My Hero.
Oh,
That's funny.
Now now to like put this like back on the rails a little bit in that same vein, like 80s movies, 90s movies. Do you think like the first like Karate Kid trilogy is like big overseas? I feel like it's gotten global now with like the Jaden Smith, Jackie Chan one, because I feel like that one was like a worldwide
Well,
thing.
some of it was shot in Okinawa.
Yeah, but like a lot of movies back then are like shot other places, but is it big?
In that place, yeah.
In that place, you know?
I know that Cobra Kai isn't specifically that huge in Asia. I think mainly, if I was to guess, they have really good karate stuff already.
They don't
So
need to see,
American
like-
Valley style.
yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like
Which
the
is
American
different.
version, which like
Yeah.
I'm sure
I mean, but even
Think
then-
it widely.
I mean, well, here's something I want to bring up is like the Karate Kid remake. I believe it was in 2010 with Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith.
yeah.
Like a lot of people had a problem because technically they weren't doing karate.
That wasn't karate.
It wasn't karate. It was kung fu, right? So it's technically like the kung fu.
It should have
kid,
been the Kung Fu Kid, if we're going by that.
right.
Oh my
It was
God.
like, and plus they didn't have like no Karate Kid references, except for like I guess wax on, wax off is like pick up your jacket, drop
Yeah.
the jacket. But
I don't know. I mean, that movie's. I personally love that movie because that was.
I
Sort
love
of,
it. Yeah.
I think I saw that. No, I definitely did. I saw that Karate Kid before the original one.
Oh.
And dude, Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan rocks in that movie.
Jackie Chan
He
rocks
rocks in that
Dude,
movie.
also just from like a acting standpoint.
I was about to
dude, when he's
Thank you.
crying about his family,
listen.
dude, that hits hard.
Listen, I've been waiting for Jackie Chan, and look, I watch a lot of Jackie Chan kung fu movies and action movies
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But like Jackie Chan, like dramatic Jackie Chan.
Dude, his movie with Pierce Brosnan,
Uh-huh.
where his daughter dies in the explosion. Jackie
Oh, yeah,
Chan,
hold on.
The Foreigner.
The Foreigner.
Dude, it's great in that.
I
I love Jackie Chan, bro.
I remember he did an interview where he said like he was happy to do more dramatic stuff because everyone just wants him for his action.
I mean, yeah, he really pioneered that.
Of course.
Super creative.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
Well,
stunt fighting.
yeah.
No one was asking for that from him when he was doing like the Hong Kong action
Yeah.
renaissance.
Yeah, and
Rush
I get that,
Hour,
but like,
yeah.
I'm trying to like think of like our quintessential like action stars who like successfully crossed over into just straight drama, right? Like I'm thinking of people like Jet Li, Bruce Lee, like Jason Statham.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like how often does that crossover happen? And I feel like if anybody could have made that happen,
Yeah.
Jackie Chan was a big enough star to where I feel like he could have just done anything that
I'm
he wanted.
sure this new
right?
Karate Kid movie that they're making will probably have him doing some of like.
I'm glad you brought this up.
I actually don't know
I'm
if.
glad you brought this up.
Yeah, I don't know if that's still in the same Jaden Smith world or not.
I think it is because they said that Jackie Chan from The Karate Kid is going to be teaming up with
Oh, okay, yeah.
LaRusso. So I was like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So and I think that was like the big news was like, oh, this isn't a set like its own standalone
Yeah.
thing. It's like
I
oh,
don't
this
know
thing.
if I don't know if.
I made a whole
like,
video about this saying like I want
in-
the cast of Cobra Kai to like
Oh yeah, no.
make little cameos.
I don't know if we're canon in those like I don't think those worlds collide per se, even though
Like the movie universes or like what do you?
yeah
Like
I
Cobra Kai and
like the
the
Cobra
Jackie Chan
yeah
one.
yeah
Oh,
Cobra
okay,
Kai,
okay.
Karate Kid, like OG Karate Kid movies I think are one universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think the Jackie Chan Karate Kid movies are their
It's like
own.
its own standalone.
I
yeah.
think so. I could totally be wrong. I've talked to Ralph about it a little bit in the Big Three a little bit about it, and when because you know Xolo and I when we first hopped on Cobra Kai we're like, hey yo, get Jaden Smith on
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
like
yeah.
that'd be sick. And they're like, Dre Parker is not in our universe. Jaden
Right.
Smith is in our
Oh,
universe,
okay.
you know,
Okay,
Yeah.
so
but not specifically Dre Parker. So but I don't know. Maybe that's retconned
You
because
you could
they're
do
doing
both. You could do both.
unless there's
Dude,
a
why
reason
not?
not to. I don't see how
They
there is.
they reference Drake in Degrassi, so like
It.
I'm like you could do both.
That's funny. I think, yeah. I mean, I know that they're definitely picture wrap on that.
Oh, they're
already.
wrapped already. Oh,
I'm like
nice to
I'm
hear.
like 9. Or I mean, I don't know if they're wrapped or not.
okay.
I don't know what you're allowed to say or not, but
Yeah, but Jackie
Going-
Chan's in that movie. He just
Jackie
might
Chan's-
not be his character from
I have no
the
idea.
Kung Fu Kid.
I
Yeah,
guess we'll have to find
the
out.
Kung
We'll
Fu
have to
Kid.
find out. If they like bridge the gap and say that these are actually in the same universe, and then like that opens the door for Jaden Smith to like cross over with the Cobra Kai guys, I would be like,
That
hey,
would be cool.
Dude,
That'd be
how
really
sick would
cool.
it be Jaden Smith now playing Dre Parker, right?
Well,
And
how
how
old is
sick
he?
and how sick he looks.
Oh.
Fighting Miguel.
Oh, imagine like the amount of he's probably at this point because that's 10.
He's gotta
that's
be
14 years
goated.
of training.
He's
14
gotta be
years of
so good.
Jaden Smith is gonna be so fucking dope if
Yeah.
he appears. Like I'm talking like Super Saiyan type shit.
Yeah.
Like he knows how to like what's it
He's
called?
gonna get that
Decrease
chi
his
hits
the
or
chi
whatever.
hits.
Yeah.
You know what, Jaden Smith. The picture's wrapped. I hope it's in it. I hope
I
it
think
happens.
I will say though, going back to the very very beginning of the question, Karate Kid, the OG series, I think is really popular overseas.
Yeah.
Just because I mean this is super anecdotal, but I know when Ralph went over to go film in No, this has gotten leaked before actually. I'm totally chill. When Ralph went to go film in Barcelona, a ton of people were like, Ralph,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah,
Okay.
like following him around where they're filming, following Billy. Like, I know that they're. I mean, maybe if that's from Cobra Kai, if that's from Karate Kid, who knows? But I mean, Ralph Macchio is an international name. Like that.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that's irrefutable. I mean, he's
He's
senpai,
Karate
you
Kid.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Senpai LaRusso. Just,
Senpai. Is that what y'all call him? Like Senpai
no,
LaRusso?
what? I don't. I'm trying to think if we have a nickname for him. I don't know.
Well, he's the senpai.
Daddy
That's not the
Macho.
sensei.
I mean, senpai is like for like.
I think senpai
it's
is
like
like
another word for master.
Yeah, I
right?
think it's like a.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
know
But
if it's
not
higher
like the
than
teacher.
Not like the teacher. I think
sensei is like teacher master, and then I think senpai is like
like
maybe
your-
owner master.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm
I-
totally
like,
don't know.
Using my like anime like
Yeah, that's
thing,
all
like,
I
that's what I learned from
Yeah.
an
Use
anime.
your anime skills.
So basically, like, there's this character named Barto who's a super fan of Luffy. Never met Luffy in his life, right? But and Luffy
is
doesn't
your
know.
reference.
You see what I'm saying? Luffy doesn't know who this guy is, but this guy literally is like Luffy senpai,
Yeah.
like Straw Hat senpai, like. It's like, oh, you are like the one above me, like master,
Yeah.
like I model myself after you. Versus like you taught me personally, like you're like mentor. So
Okay.
I believe senpai, and then a lot of people use it as like, oh, daddy. It's like
Yeah.
almost like oh, that's daddy or that's mommy or something like that. That's
I
what a
always
lot of
thought
people.
they were like the sensei's assistant or
I think
like
it's
just
higher.
under.
I don't know. I could totally be wrong.
I'm just going off of anime.
I know, dude. All my
Anime
stuff
logic
is
is
off the
anime
anime logic, and it's
Yeah.
so flawed. It's
Yeah.
so flawed. I don't speak the language really, so I don't really know. But it
I
is
didn't
fun to say
take
senpai.
this martial art. I don't know.
Right. All right, so I know like we've been talking for a while. I think we've been going on for like what 45 minutes now or something like that. How long? An hour? Okay, so
Oh my
I want to get to like
gosh.
I want to get to like two things.
Yeah.
We're getting the fan questions and then like one question that I have. So you are dating Peyton
Yeah.
List on the show. Now I have so many
Not
questions
on the
when it
show.
well, not on the show. Like your character's not dating, but you're dating
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
IRL, as the People magazine.
So the
would
opposite
say.
of on the show.
The opposite. Yeah, the opposite of on the show.
I was like, I don't want there to be a spoiler that's like Hawk and Tori dating them.
Is
They
it-
don't
is
seem
it-
to like each other in the show.
Not
What
at all.
happened?
Like they seem to be like distancing themselves from each other.
Dude, we've been
Like-
just like the cast has been talking about it, and we have a theory that Tori does not know Dimitri's name.
I can see that.
They've never interacted.
I can see that.
I really think that she doesn't, and I think it's
wow.
really funny.
It's a
So,
real-
like, watch the season.
Frodo and Legolas.
Frodo
kind
and
of-
Legolas.
Yeah,
I was about to bring
they
that
don't-
up. It's like the
they
Frodo and
don't-
Legolas. Yeah. I love that little
are you?
theory.
Yeah.
But I found it like very interesting that you guys were both headlining a Disney Channel original movie together, The
Yeah.
Swap.
Yeah.
So like, did it start there? Did it start during Cobra Kai? Like, where
Okay.
did that happen?
Yeah, we met on The Swap. It was a Disney movie we did. I was 15, I think. I had a huge crush on her. She was 18 at the time, I think, and my 15-year-old brain was like, "Well, this is
older
impossible.
woman.
Like, this is not gonna happen. Like, she's insanely attractive, and I'm a little boy. Like,
It's a sophomore and a senior.
It is. Like in the world of high school, that's like what?
That's impossible.
It's
Yeah.
impossible. Yeah. worlds apart.
So I really liked her, but was very much like every chance I got to avoid her, I would.
Because you were shy?
That's
no,
a
'cause I
strategy
would-
right there.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Because
That's
I
a
was like,
strategy.
can't
I
get
don't
rejected if
understand
you're not
boys.
there.
Like, I know what you're doing,
on.
bro. I know what you're
Can't get
doing.
rejected if you're not there. You know.
Y'all did it too. Y'all did it today in the back laughing. We all did it.
Yeah.
Yo, she hot. Let me not talk to her.
Yeah. So from her perspective,
Boys are weird.
she was like, "Damn, this guy won't talk to me or like hang out with me." Like, so interesting.
I'm reliving high school right now, bro.
So we were friends. I became really good friends with her twin brother Spencer, and we would hang out through the years. And like I knew of her throughout the years. She always kind of was dating someone, or I was dating someone, and I always sort of had those like, man, this chick is like just a really sick person, but just super out of the picture. And then we did some work together outside of Cobra Kai and just had a blast. And she was single, and I was sort of like on the outs of this relationship that I was in. Like I had a relationship that was ending, and I was like, okay, like I do like this person, I guess.
Now's your chance. Go for
Yeah, this is my chance.
it.
So then, I asked her out really awkwardly.
The cutest ones are always awkward.
Yeah, we did some. I think we were giving Billy his like MTV like greatest of all time award.
Oh, nice.
I forget what the exact award, but it was Michelle and Peyton presenting this award. And I remember I was in my car driving back to my house, and I called her and was like, "Hey, like, what are you doing for the rest of the day?" She's like, "Oh, nothing." I was like, "Cool." That's sick.
This is doing psychic damage to me.
Yeah. And she was like, "Do you want to hang out?" I was like, "Yeah, like we can hang out if you want." Like, sure, why not,
You said it.
Yeah. I think we went on a hike and then went and hung out with our friend Khalil, who's on Cobra Kai. That was like my first time hanging out with Peyton.
Nice. Yeah. And Khalil like, what you doing, bro? Like,
Yeah,
let's see what
Khalil,
you doing, bro.
we pulled up together, and Khalil was like,
The homies always know.
yeah, he was like, "Okay."
The homies always know.
Yeah, no, she's super cool. She's definitely like someone that I've been friends with for a really long time. So I'm grateful that we were able to be friends first.
Built that first.
It was a little awkward going to Spencer, her brother, and be like, "Hey, bro, I secretly been in love with your sister for a while. I'm not gonna lie." And he was like, "I know, buddy.
Oh,
I
nice.
know, buddy." And I
That's
was like,
good.
"Okay."
You were always my brother. Man.
Yeah, I was like, "All right, cool." I'm seeing him tonight, so it'll be.
Aw.
That's nice. You're already in the family. Were
Yeah.
the parents just kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Good. You guys are great together, man.
Oh,
Like,
thank
I
you,
think
bro.
the first time I met you guys were together at the Vanity Fair party.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys were really cute together.
Oh,
And
thank
that's
you,
what
bro.
that's how I found out you guys were together. I was
no
like,
way.
I like this. I was like, this is really cool. But I was like, damn, they hang out together, they kick ass together.
Yeah.
Like, that's really dope.
Yeah, she's cool. She's a cool chick.
Yeah, they play fights be different.
What?
What?
Oh, dear God.
You never play fought with your significant other? Like, you guys like never like wrestle? Like, oh, I'm stronger than you. No, you're not.
I'm a girl.
You never like, but you've never like challenged like Like your
No, just
partner?
like mentally.
mentally.
Just with psychological warfare,
Psychological trauma. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
been
yeah.
there. Been
Every person I've ever dated was like, I'm stronger than you, and tried to give me like the Nala to Simba treatment, like pin Jim.
Really?
Wow.
Everyone that I've dated, and I love it. The next person that I date and they don't want to do that, I'm like, it's probably not gonna work out.
Hit me!
Hit me now!
Hit me!
It's never got to the point of like us slapping each other, like obviously like face anything like above, like, but it's like wrestling, like can you like that type of stuff.
No, I don't
So,
do that.
you
You
don't
just
do
hit
that?
like just some mean body hooks in your significant others. Like,
Question in the comments: do you play fight with your significant other? And
That's
do
funny.
you think Peyton and Jacob like get into the most like intense sparring matches?
I think the only time that's really I gotta find it. There was a blooper where when Peyton in season 4 gets her hand raised,
Mm-hmm.
I like sprint out onto the mat and like pick her up and try to like throw her to the
Oh
ground.
yeah.
I don't know if that's out or not, but
I haven't seen it.
okay, yeah. There's a good little blooper of that. That's the only thing I can really think of.
I need
but-
to see
Well,
that.
it's different if
Yeah.
you're in a very physical show.
That's
Yeah.
true. But you know what? Last thing I'm gonna say on this subject is I've seen TikToks about that, like where people are like, oh, when you're play fighting with your like spouse, and then
Oh,
you
yeah,
like
for sure.
just a little too hard,
Yeah.
and then it becomes like a whole thing.
Uh-huh.
Like that's a thing. So if it's on TikTok, of course it's real.
Sure, yeah.
Sure, TikTok is the voice of the people. All right, so I created a cute little graphic.
Oh,
I said,
shit,
I
let's
said
go.
on Instagram, like,
I
ask
saw
Jacob your
this.
burning
Yeah,
questions,
yeah.
or he'll kick you in the face.
I will kick you in the face.
So, I'm glad for those of you guys who asked, you're safe. Everyone else,
Get in a line.
we will see you promptly
I've
in
been
Los
stretching.
Angeles.
I'm ready for this. You're gonna die, kid.
Okay, here we go. Now I'm just imagining you just kicking everybody in the face that you see.
I'm ready for it.
All right, so here we go. Golden Amy says, do you get to pick your mohawk style?
I do for season 6.
Is that the hair that I saw in the trailer?
You haven't seen it yet.
Ooh.
New hair, new you.
New hair, new me.
I love that.
The last Hawk you see Hawk with, I got to pick out,
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
which is cool.
All right. There's some very cryptic ones. I will get to it, but I'm a little afraid.
Okay,
Uh,
scare me.
1984 or 2010?
For
Oh, for
Oh.
the movies.
Oh,
84.
Okay. Okay.
I love Jackie Chan. I love Jackie Chan so much.
Mm-hmm.
84.
Okay. Okay. Love it.
10,000%.
Do you wear the mohawk offset?
Rarely,
Mm-hmm.
because
is it heavy?
Yeah.
It's-
How heavy is that? Yeah. That's a good
it's
question.
heavy. It's definitely way different. Fighting with it is so odd because, yeah, it's just odd. It's hard. It's really hard to explain. I don't wear it around a ton because I don't know. I must have a really odd looking face because I get recognized pretty consistently, even
Right.
with if I'm with Xolo or Gianni or even Peyton.
That's
people
when they
be
hit the
like-
jackpot. They're like the whole.
People be like, that guy's Hawk. And I'm like, yo, I'm wearing a hat and glasses and a mask, bruh. Like, yo,
How did you do that?
like, what?
He's got the energy.
I don't know. But, yeah, I guess I keep the same energy. But when I wear the mohawk, it's like, well, there was literally no other option. Like, they're like, you have a mohawk and you look just like the Hawk guy. Like, that is you. So I don't wear it out too much. I have had some great interactions though where I've been wearing the mohawk and people be like, "Are you Hawk from Cobra Kai?" And I'll just look at them straight face and be like, "No." I'm like, "What?" And they're just like,
What's Cobra Kai?
Cobra Kai.
they're like,
You gotta introduce me to that.
"How is?" What? I was like, I'm messing with you.
You're just a doppelganger.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that would be great.
All right. Ooh, this one is a throwback. Josh Sinclair 810 says, "Was Kirby Buckets a fun show to work on?"
Dude, Kirby Buckets was like the most fun show to work on. It was sick. Especially the third season was Kirby Buckets Warped, where Kirby finds this ball where if I chuck it really hard at a wall, it opens up a portal to different dimensions.
Oh wow.
And it's just Kirby Buckets like in the desert. Kirby Buckets and Star Trek. Kirby Buckets in a labyrinth. Like it's just like random. That was super, super fun.
Going for broke.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's cool. The cast is still tight too. I just went to Olivia's wedding. She played my sister.
Nice.
Still tight with Stephen Kieran, the guy who played the principal on our show. Yeah, that show was awesome. I loved getting to work on that show. Shout out
Nice.
Chris Brown, Mike and Gabe. Everybody rocked.
Love that.
Yeah.
All right. I'll ask two more, and this is one that I really want to know.
Okay.
R1K says, "Is there any character in One Piece that you would like to portray?"
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. This is your. This consider
There's
this
not
like your.
okay. Like reasonably play or you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I get it.
like
Let's-
actually I could play or like
I'm trying to
people
get
are
you.
fucking.
We're trying to get you a job right now.
Oh,
That's
trying to get me a job.
We're-
okay. Not getting me a job, I would
Yeah,
say
give me both.
Don't pick Robin.
Doflamingo.
Doflip.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
I mean, that'd be fucking cool.
Hell, you come in doing the walk.
Dude,
The
yeah. I
Doflamingo
mean, like,
walk.
dude, I want those
Do you know the
glasses in
Doflamingo
that.
walk?
Nope.
Okay.
It's
You gotta
fucking
do it.
cool.
Listen.
We'll do like we'll show you when we get out there.
Doflamingo is the coolest fucking character.
Getting me a job. I've seen a lot of people say like Sabo or Time Skip Kobe.
Ooh, okay.
I could see either of those.
Yo.
That could even honestly, dude, anything.
Yo,
literally anything.
Honestly, because I like the actor who plays Kobe right now, I'm kind of hanging my hat because Kobe, Sabo. Because Sabo is the brother of Luffy and
Yeah.
Ace, and it's like we can get Xolo as Ace, you as Sabo,
I mean,
and
pretty cool.
Yaki
I don't.
as Luffy.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna
Like,
go that far.
Yeah,
I have no idea because I know that's pretty far.
it's pretty far.
Yeah. So, but I mean,
You just got me. You just gave me some wish fulfillment.
I
Like,
mean,
I
it'd
need
be,
that.
that'd be pretty cool. That'd be
Okay,
pretty cool.
I'm gonna show you a photo of Doflamingo because Doflamingo is like he's my favorite villain in One Piece.
Yeah,
like,
he's like 40 though.
yeah, he's.
I don't know if they're getting. I don't know if they're getting. I don't know how far the show. I mean, dude, I fucking
If
hope
it
the show
takes
goes
forever, maybe you'll be 40.
Maybe by that time, you know.
there. Yo, maybe.
But think a dude with like a big
just
like
pimp coat,
feathered pimp
Yes.
coat, like open chest, like these with this weird pink,
Max-
like I
Max
don't even know what to call
Steez.
it, like these. What would you call the pants that he's wearing?
I don't know, dude.
With heels,
They're like
This sounds familiar. I think
Circus
I've
pants?
Seen this.
like circus pants.
Are they
and
like
yeah, I don't know. I
stripy?
don't even know if
Yeah.
that's the right.
I think I've seen this.
he wears the
this guy.
sunglasses
Yeah.
that feels like you would get in a box when you're taking like those weird like photos. In a booth. Like he's,
Yeah.
but he's like one of the best villains,
fucked
like one
up.
of the most diabolical
Yeah.
and fucked up villains you can meet. And
Or
the way he walks into a spot is like,
Yeah.
god damn. Like,
Or dude,
only he
what's
could
his
do that.
what's
his brother
Rocinante?
Rosinante? Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna play him. He's
Hey,
cool too.
Rosinante would be fucking dope.
Bro, he's cool too.
Fucking Rosinante. All right, last one. Trying to make it a good one here. I'll have you choose one.
Ooh.
There's a bunch of them.
What if I just do my own?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Because he'll kick you in the face if you don't.
Oh, if I don't? Okay.
Choose your next words wisely.
All right. Well, you did mention on your last day you took a big fall.
Yes.
Tell me more about the last day of filming Cobra Kai.
Ooh. The last day of filming Cobra Kai was awesome. Me, Xolo, Peyton Xolo and I, we designed yearbooks for the cast
That's
and crew
dope.
as our wrap gift. So Xolo took pictures of every single cast and crew member, made a little yearbook, and so the last week of Cobra Kai was a lot of, hey, can you sign my yearbook? Like, so that was super fun. I got to be there for Xolo's last day, Tanner's last day, Mary's last day, Peyton's last day. Billy, Ralph. Yeah, it was very bittersweet. Lots of tears. My very, very last scene is just me and Gianni together, just dancing. That was super, super fun. And what's really cool about the last little part of Cobra Kai was we filmed some episodes out of order. And the last episode we filmed was episode 12, and William Zabka directs it. So our last days on set were being directed by Billy, and that was just
That's cool.
yeah, that was special in its own right. The true last day, they did 1 or 2 days filming in LA, like a month or so later. I didn't get to go to that, but my mom was there, so my mom was hanging out with the cast while they were. No, I definitely can't say that. While they were
Get
doing
fucked
stuff in LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
They were having a pinata
How
party.
did your mom get invited, but you didn't?
I got invited. I don't even remember what I was doing. Like, because it wasn't a day I wasn't filming in the scenes that day. It actually happened on Xolo's birthday.
Oh,
That's where it was. I was hanging out with Xolo. I was not.
Got it.
I was not
Being a
on
good
set.
friend.
Being
Yeah.
a good friend and your mom gets invited too.
Yeah, my mom was hanging out on set. Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
You got one more? You got another one you want to ask before we wrap this up?
A lot of Mohawk questions.
You
We
got
already
them
did
in?
too.
That's the thing,
What are some things that you love about your character Hawk? Comes from Cody Be Good.
Cody Be Good. That's a great
It's a
question.
good question, Cody B. Good.
Something I love about Hawk is, I'd say towards the end of this final season, I think you really get to see him finally sort of be confident in who he is really and fully trust the people around him. And I think that's been a really long time coming because I think the big basis for Hawk was, I am not enough and no one will ever truly love me or or want to be with me because I just suck so much.
Aw.
And I think it's something that I feel like a lot of people have felt in their lives. And I remember being a little kid and feeling misunderstood and the world's against you and I'm not enough. Why would anyone really care to even look at me?
Right.
I just think it's a really cool spot for him to start there and really end in a really healthy place with all the people he loves. So
That's really nice.
yeah,
It's
The
really nice.
character development has been
Oh,
amazing.
One of
for
the
Hawk.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been great to watch.
yeah. The writers gave him a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I remember you said at the top of this episode how you didn't know he was gonna go into the Hawk route. Like
Yeah.
you thought you was just reading for like Eli.
Yeah.
And so to go through all these different like twists and turns with the characters, and what I really like about it is that Hawk is always in this state of like the world around him is constantly shifting. Like there's like Miyagi-Do, there's Cobra Kai,
Yeah.
and then like
Kreese is leading Cobra Kai.
Kreese is leading-
like-
and then characters are like jumping from this side to another, so it's not necessarily like you're
He's
set
the
group.
only character. I don't think I'm wrong. Who's been in all three dojos?
I think so.
I guess Miguel.
Miguel too.
all three.
Yeah, well,
He was Eagle. He started off Cobra Kai.
Then he went to Inglefang and Miyagi-Do.
Eagle Fang.
All right, the two of you.
Yeah,
It's just the two.
because I know Sam never went to Cobra Kai.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sam's never been. I think it's just
Wow.
us. Yeah, because Tori's never
And
been
Tori's
Eagle
never
Fang.
been in Eagle Fang.
Dimitri's never been Eagle Fang. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's just us two.
Wow,
That's a good
the
fact.
two Lobos.
The two Lobos.
The two Lobos.
The
There
two
we go.
Lobos.
What a good plug.
That's
There
a
we
good
go.
plug. As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, that is a good transition into the ending of this.
Yeah.
Guys, that was the episode of Get Wrecked with Straw Hat Goofy. With
Get Wrecked.
Get Wrecked.
Correct.
With Jacob Bertrand. And Jacob, you want to plug something with Lo- you want to plug?
Lone Lobos. If you want more Cobra Kai stuff, yeah, I have a podcast with Xolo. He plays Miguel, and I forget how to say beetle in Spanish.
Blue Beetle.
Azul?
Azul.
Well, but I don't remember beetle.
Beetle.
I'm like something
I thought
azul.
you said blue.
But yeah, he plays Blue Beetle. But yeah, we get to hang out. Go check out our podcast, Lone Lobos. You can listen to it wherever you find podcasts. Yeah, that's watch season 6 of Cobra Kai. Escarabajo.
Carballo.
Escabarro azul.
There it is.
Espanol.
There it
Bueno.
is. Yeah, that was good.
Mm.
You really got a voice act, man.
Gracias.
In different languages. Like, this is what we
Different.
need.
Yeah, it's the what the throat do.
What the throat
Oh
do.
dear. Oh, I thought we were done.
That is the only fans trailer.
Yeah, there it is. That's the clickbaity. That just thing is what throat do. And it's me like.
Netflix is gonna call us both and be like, "Why?
Why is that the?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, why
I'm
is
sorry.
that
I am opening that with every episode. Yeah, that's the new theme song.
the? You know what's funny? I don't know if I've ever like showed that before.
Oh, really? This is our
No.
first time
You
seeing
got
what
the
that throat do.
exclusive.
I don't think I've ever done it on even like mine Sholo's podcast or like I know Xolo knows about it because we live together when we film and stuff. But yeah, I don't think it's ever. So there you go. It's a
We
little
got
exclusive
The throat
throat
exclusive.
action.
The exclusive throat
Exclusive
action.
throat
Kim is
action.
getting so nervous. She's like, "What is happening?"
I don't have to market this podcast. It's fine.
It's okay. I'm just some guy from TikTok, as my comments tell me. By the way, the nervous one here, Kim Horcher, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome her to the show. We hope that she comes back all the time.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you. It's been a joy to be here. It's real different from what I normally do for my job, but I like it quite a lot. Yeah, I'll be at Comic-Con. Will you?
Yes.
I'll see you
I'll
there.
see you at San
Oh,
Diego.
yeah,
Are you at San Diego
Comic-Con?
Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Guys, San Diego Comic-Con.
What?
Wait,
I'm gonna be there
wait a minute.
Thursday.
I'm showing up on
Are you doing
Wednesday.
press or like just Jacob stuff?
Xolo and I are doing some. Yeah, this will
He's
be
like,
announced.
"Can I say this?"
Yeah, this will be announced. Yeah, yeah.
If you do press, I'll probably see you.
Okay, yeah. We're doing stuff with Sony. While we're there, we're gonna do like a live podcast. Maybe try to pick a fan from the audience. That's one of the things, and like walk around, do some fan meet and greet stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's Thursday. It's either Thursday or Friday.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not 100% sure.
Alright.
We just had a Zoom on it too, and I totally forget.
It's okay. I don't know my schedule yet either.
Okay. They seem like it's pretty hectic.
It's pretty.
I've been
hectic.
there as a fan before, and it's insane. I can
lot
only
going on.
imagine from the creative, like marketing,
Yeah.
designing side of it. That's
Oh,
gonna
it's a
be
whole machine.
insane.
It's a whole thing. I have a podcast and I don't even know what day it's happening. So
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Are you doing like interview press stuff?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll be
cool.
with IGN over the whole Comic-Con time.
Oh my gosh! So you have a ton to do.
Yeah.
I got a lot to
IGN
do.
is
I
busy.
don't have my schedule yet. It's gonna be a lot of work.
IGN
Yeah.
is busy.
Yeah.
But it's okay. We're all probably going to the EW party and then we could just like cut loose on that
Nice.
Saturday. Probably. Hopefully. I would like that
I'm trying
for
to
us.
get an invite to that, but okay.
We'll work it out. We'll work it out.
Easy.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening or watching Get Wrecked with Straw Hat Goofy. Make sure if you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe, hit the like button to help the algorithm to get more of this goodness.
Yes,
and then
or I
also
will kick
just-
you in the face.
He will
Yeah.
kick you in the face with the voice and the throat action.
Yeah.
Also, I'm playing that into the ground. I don't care. And then make sure you listen to the podcast on Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to podcasts at. And we will see you next time when we talk about the next movie.